Hey guys, Jim here, coming back with another video. Today I want to share with you guys a bunch of different stuff I've been picking up lately, a lot of different unusual type of things. Um, but first of all, before I get started, I want to say thank you to Matt over at Houston and Son Baseball Cards. I received an envelope in the mail unexpectedly a week or so ago, and inside there was a very nice note from Matt and a card, and he said he was ripping some packs with his son, and he came across this card, and he immediately thought of me, so he sent it. And that's just totally awesome, man, and I want to just thank him so much for that. And there it is, beautiful Topps Chrome, Ted Williams. It's totally awesome. Love it, man. So thank you so much for that, Matt. That was really very thoughtful of you. If you're not familiar with the channel, Houston and Sons, it's Matt and his son. His son, I don't think he could be more than 5 or 6 years old or so. But he, enjoys ripping packs, and he's a collector. He collects vintage, and I believe modern as well. So I'll leave a link in the description. Go on over and check out the channel. I think you'll like what you see there. And thank you again, Matt. I really appreciate you sending the card and thinking about me. It was very, very nice of you. So next up, I'm going to talk about the basement collection. You all know about the basement collection by now, I'm sure. That's where Dave Blue Jacket 66, his dad was a tremendous collector and had amassed a huge collection over the course of his lifetime. His dad, unfortunately, had passed away several years back. And, Dave took what he wanted from the collection, but there was a lot left. And eventually he needed to get it cleared out from the house. So he worked a deal with Mike Moynihan, baseball collector, and a bunch of guys went over to Dave's place and cleaned everything out. And now Mike is selling off a good portion of that to recoup some of his funds. And I immediately knew that I wanted to get something from that collection because, Dave is somebody I consider to be a person who I admire in this hobby, and somebody that is so knowledgeable. Whenever he talks about something, I'm listening. In fact, when I first got back into the hobby late in 2018, and shortly after I found out about Dave and his channel, and I actually went back to the very first video and watched every single video he put out up until that time. And I think I learned something on 95% of those videos, to be honest with you. But so I didn't know really what I wanted, but when I saw this card come up, I knew that I had to have it. And because it's a great card, but the story is even better than the card in this case. And so let me show the card. Here it is. It's a 1978 Kellogg's George Brett. And of course, it's a great card. But the really the great thing that I like about it is, again, the story. So Dave is a Kansas City Royals fan. And in particular, I believe his favorite modern player is George Brett. So the fact that this George Brett card was in Dave's dad's collection, and this is Dave's favorite modern player, I really, really wanted to win this card, and I was very thrilled when I did. So from here on out, I will forever think about Dave and his dad when I see this George Brett card. And also from that collection, this was just a random pickup. I thought it looked like it was in nice condition. I threw a bid in on it, and I ended up winning it. And this is the 1974 Dick Allen. And other than being off center, that card is in wonderful condition. So next up, I've got a bunch of stuff I've been picking up. My wife and I, this time of year, traditionally, we love to go around to antique shops, tag sales, estate sales, thrift stores, places like that. And I'm always finding cool stuff. So this is no exception. So first off, I found these Squirt soda panels. They're 2-card panels, and this is the way they came. So what happens is they would hang these, like you see the little hole, they would hang these on the bottle of soda. You go in, grab your bottle of soda, and you'd get one of these, and they're perforated, so they're designed so you pull them apart, and then you have 2 cards. Well, these were never pulled apart, and they're from 1981, and there was 17 of them here, and they were only asking $10 for the 17. So I figured, what the heck, for like 58 cents a card, I'll take that all day. And they're really cool. So I've never had any in my collection. I've seen them before, so why not? And so anyway, you see here Dave Parker and Joe Charbonneau, George Foster and Tony Armas, Steve Garvey, Ron LaFleur, George Brett, Jerry Mumphrey, George Brett again with Gary Templeton, Ben Ogilvy and Dave Kingman, Jim Rice and Jack Clark, Reggie Jackson and Don Sutton. There's actually 2 of them in there, so I got doubles on that. Rod Carew, Bruce Bochy, Mike Schmidt and Dave Winfield, Mike Schmidt again with Cecil Cooper, Rod Carew again with Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, Al Oliver, Ben Ogilvy, Fred Lynn, Pete Rose and Chet Lemon, and Dave Parker and Lee Mazzilli. And of course, you see on the top it says free Topps 1981 baseball cards. Of course, that doesn't look like a 1981 Topps. Square had its own design there, but they were definitely made by Topps because the backs are identical to 1981 Topps cards. And these were all in great condition too. They look like they were probably sitting in a box untouched for about 40 years somewhere. And so happy to pick up those. Went to a thrift shop. They had a bunch of cards, and they had these 1994 Topps Finest, second year Finest. 93 was the first year. And I just remember these cards from back in the day. They looked, I always liked the early Finest cards. And of course, these are not refractors, which the refractors are the ones everybody wants. But there's Tom Glavine. Just very inexpensive pickups. And I remember the cards very well from back in the day. So they bring back fond memories. And so this one in particular was really cool because that is Andre Galarraga. And you see the front. And then in the back, this one is a pre-production. So you see there it says pre-production across the back. And then there's just the standard one right there. So saw that's what prompted me. I was going to buy these 2, and then I said, you know what, they were very cheap, so very inexpensive, I should say, and figured, what the heck, just buy them all. So there's those. Next, I picked up this wonderful ticket stub. Wednesday, September 12th, Boston Red Sox hosted the New York Yankees at Fenway Park. This is 24 years ago tomorrow, so as I film this video, it is September 11th, 2023. So tomorrow would be 44 years to the day from this game. And the significance about this ticket stub is that on this day and in this game, Kyle Yastrzemski got his 3,000th career base hit. So yeah, this is the 3,000 hit game for Yastrzemski, and I am absolutely just thrilled to have this ticket stub in my collection. Just very, 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 very happy to have that in the collection. Found a postcard of Atlanta Stadium. I believe this to probably be from the late 60s, early 70s. The back is unmarked. I found an exhibit, Whitey Ford. That's really cool. I got this Hanes, Michael Jordan. As all of you know, from who were around in the 1990s, Michael Jordan was the spokesman for Hanes underwear. And this is actually a prepaid long-distance calling card or phone card. And again, if you were around in the 90s, you know what that is. They were very popular back in the day before cell phones. And so this right here is the actual calling card. You see there's a little slot here, and you were meant to pull this off. And then, there's the back, your instructions there. You can make your phone call. And like I said, this is from 1996, and there's even a coupon in there for your next package of underwear. I actually essentially got this for free. My wife, she's good at finding things she likes at tag sales and making a pile and working out a price with the people that are selling the stuff, and then she somehow ends up turning to me and getting me to pay for it. So she did that, and I was going to go pay the lady, and while she was doing that, I was looking through some boxes, and I actually found this in a box of stuff. And so I went to pay the lady. I said, would you throw this in with that stuff? And she said, yeah, sure, why not? So she threw this in. I basically got that for free. So Michael Jordan, always cool to get something oddball from Jordan. Next up, something I found at the antique shop that I did not have in my collection. I've seen before, but let me put this here because this doesn't want to focus here. That is a pin, as you can tell, and it's from 1932 Orbit gum. So I've seen these before, never owned one, and I found this at the antique shop. It was priced about 20% below comps. So I figured, what the heck, why not add it to the collection? It's always good to have different variety of different things from the collection. And I mean, this is from 1932, so it's quite vintage. And you can see there's the back. And the player is actually a decent player, Dale Alexander. Wasn't a great player, but he definitely played a number of years and had a very solid career. So there's that 1932 Orbit gum pin. Next up, this is a great piece. I just love this. This is a team photo from the Pittsburgh Crawfords, which was a Negro League team. And this is not the original photo. I found the original photo online. I'm not really sure exactly what I have here. This is very, very old. I did the blacklight test on it, and it is definitely very old. My guess is it's probably from the 30s or 40s. The original photo was taken in March of 1932. The funny thing with this is you can see the way this was made. It's got a white border going around it. But the actual original photo that this came from, there was two more players here. So two players are cut off. You can see there was a player standing there. You can actually see his shoulder there. And there was another player here kneeling next to this guy on the end. And I don't know for whatever reason why they cut that off. And I'm not really even sure what this is. It's like a cardboard stock. It's almost the same as, it's virtually the same thickness and the same type of stock as the exhibit. So not really sure. I don't know what this was made for or what it is or anything about it. What I do know about it is this gentleman right here, that's Satchel Paige. And this gentleman right here, that's Josh Gibson. And the gentleman on the end there is Oscar Charleston. And of course, you all know Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson, but Oscar Charleston is also a Hall of Famer. And this is just really awesome, man. And like I said, it is very old. And that's all I know about it, and I love it. Other than that, all right, so I got two more things here I want to share with you guys. I got this here. This is just something I came across too. I've never seen this before, so it was, again, just a very inexpensive pickup. I just never saw it before, so I thought I would grab it, and it is pretty cool. There is Pete Rose at the plate with that sweet swing, and I will read to you what it says. July 25, 1978, Shea Stadium, New York. Pete Rose singles to left field to establish a new National League consecutive game hitting streak record, thus breaking Tommy Holmes' previous mark of 37 games set in 1945. Pete went on to extend his streak to 44 straight games. So that's commemorating the hitting streak that Pete Rose set in 1978. How it was distributed or where it came from, it's beyond me. I don't know. All I know is I've never seen it before, and I thought it was cool, so I bought it. And something else I picked up, this is a 1947 Red Sox scorebook. So that's really cool. You see that? It was 10 cents at the time. And this thing is loaded with ads. Every page is just has big ads on it, Coca-Cola and clothing stores and just all kinds of stuff. But I'm not gonna flip through every page. But this is the actual scorecard part. It's in the middle of the book. You can see the ads. We've got a new gem razor, a cigarette ad, cigars, another cigarette ad, whiskey, and Longines watches. And if you look here, you see batting third that day was Ted Williams, batting third and playing left field. So that's pretty cool. And they played the St. Louis Browns. So that was pretty awesome. Happy to find that. And last but not least, I got this really sweet photo. This is a photo of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League team, the Springfield Sallies. And it's actually even got a couple of autographs on it. So bought this just like this, all framed up and ready to hang on the wall. It's autographed by Mary Moore. And Mary Moore is actually still alive. And an interesting bit of tidbit, an interesting bit of trivia on Mary Moore. When she grew up, her neighbor was Eddie Lake, former Major League shortstop with the Red Sox, St. Louis Cardinals, and Detroit Tigers. And she learned how to play baseball from Eddie Lake. Again, he was her neighbor. And in fact, Eddie Lake would go routinely play baseball with the neighborhood kids. And so she learned how to play ball from Eddie Lake and eventually ended up playing in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. And there is an autograph from Barbara Liebrich. And Barbara Liebrich passed away, I believe, in 2003, so she's no longer with us. And that's what I got, guys. Sorry it was so long. I appreciate everyone watching. Talk to you all soon, and bye for now.